Hi, welcome back to the Distressed Princess. I'm Rhonda, and here are the fall DIYs I'm working on today. In my first DIY, I'm going to solve a problem that I feel like I have always had when it comes to making flower arrangements. And that is, you can have your clear vase, but then when you go to put your artificial flowers inside, you have those fake artificial stems that shows through your clear vase. And I have never liked that. So if this is an issue for you as well, here's how I'm going to remedy it. I'm going to use the lid from an old Bath & Body candle, and I like this lid because it's got this rubber inside piece that helps it stay stable on the top of this vase. Oh, which by the way came from Dollar Tree. Then I'm going to hot glue a piece of floral foam to the top of the lid. And if need be, if your piece of floral foam is overhanging the top of your lid, then just trim the edges. The flowers and leaves that I'm using came from Dollar Tree, and they are the pumpkin maple leaf set, which is really cute. It has berries and pumpkins, and these cream colored mums. When cutting your flowers, you want them to be in varying sizes. So some of them you want to be longer, and some of them you want to be shorter. And then the really fun part is arranging the leaves and flowers on the floral foam. And the ones that I cut shorter went around the sides, and the longer ones went on top. Not only did we get rid of the ugly fake stems, now we can put something inside the vase, and the perfect thing to put in there is a flameless LED candle from the Dollar Tree. Now the Dollar General store has pumpkin waffle candles for $5, and it is a really good replica of the pumpkin pecan waffle candles from Bath & Body Works, which is my favorite. They always sell out, and so I was so ecstatic when I found this at the Dollar General store. To bougie it up just a little bit, I'm going to use these Dollar Tree water glasses to make a stand for the candle to sit on. Because I always love in the Bath & Body Works candle section, they have those really pretty pedestal stands, and they have the candle holders, and I see no reason why we can't make one of our own. So I gave this little plastic glass 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint only on the outside of it. When the white chalk paint was dry, then I did a little bit of distressing with my truffle chalk paint by Waverly that you can get at Walmart. I'm using a stipple brush from Dollar Tree, and you can see I wiped the majority of the paint off before I touch my project with it, and that way you just get the least amount of paint, and that highlights the ridges and edges of whatever you're distressing. Then I used a scrap piece of burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree that I've had and I'm totally out of. So I had to make do with this one piece. I wanted to tie a bow on the candle stand, but it wasn't long enough for me to actually tie the bow. So what I did was I tied a knot, and then I just formed the ribbon into a bow shape and secured it in place with some jute string and hot glue. It'll be a lot easier for you to just watch what I'm doing here. It'd be hard to explain. I wish I had more of that ribbon and I could have just tied a bow. That would be the simplest way to do it. But yeah, I guess I need to do another trip to the Dollar Tree because I'm out of burlap ribbon. That's a good excuse, right? And I cut the ends of the ribbon into the dovetails. And to make this project even cuter, I'm going to add some wood beads. And these wood beads came from the jewelry making section at Michael's. They're only a couple bucks. I wanted some of my beads to be white, so I just used white craft paint and a little bit of water to give them a nice whitewash. And I wanted some of the beads to be stained, so I used my Waverly Antique Wax and I swirled them around in the bowl just like I did with the white paint. But this time, instead of pouring them right out onto the plate, I wiped them off with a paper towel first. So I cut a length of jute string that I knew would go around the candle holder and tie into place, and I began to string the beads. And the easiest way to string beads when they have the smaller holes like these little beads is to take a piece of clear Scotch tape and tape up the end of your jute string so that it doesn't fray when you're trying to stick it through the holes of the beads. And then I alternated the colors of beads, 5 on each end of the jute string. And of course I tied a knot to keep them in place. And then just tie the bead garland around the candle holder. And then I thought it would be a really good idea to use something to keep the candle stable on top of this candle holder. And I would use Velcro. If I would have had some Velcro that had a sticky back, that would be a great option. But I didn't have any Velcro, so I'm using these foam mounting strips that you get at the Dollar Tree, and they're pretty heavy duty. So now your candle is stable, it's not going anywhere, and when that candle burns out, I think it'll be easy to pull that apart and replace it with new mounting strips and another candle. This is the easiest DIY of the bunch today, and it's using this maple leaf slatted wood decoration that you get at the Dollar Tree. First, I stained it with the Waverly Antique Wax with a baby wipe. The baby wipe works to dilute the wax some so that it works like a stain instead of just a color. After the stain was dry, then I wanted to do something really fun, and I decided that I would put some big white polka dots on this maple leaf, and it was so easy, just using the white acrylic craft paint and a round stencil dauber that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I learned a little trick. When I made my first couple of polka dots, I saw that not all the paint was getting everywhere inside of the dot. So the second time I tried pressing just a little bit harder, but I still didn't get all the coverage that I wanted. So on the third polka dot, I twisted the little dauber a little bit, and that did the trick. So I went back and fixed the first couple and continued making my big white polka dots, twisting the dauber, and that worked like magic. Next, I strung up some more wooden beads. This time I left them their natural color, and these are going to work as a hanger. And then I tied my new beaded hanger to the holes that were already in the maple leaf. So this only cost me a couple of dollars, and I think that it looks like something so cute you'd find in a store. And now let's look back at all the really fun and easy DIYs today. I have lots more fall decorations and DIYs coming your way, so make sure your notification bells are clicked to on so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.